¿Quién es Leonard Cohen?
You know, that's something you never ask yourself. There were certain tribes of Indians in North America. When the white man came, they tried to give them mirrors, and they refused to give them mirrors. They said, your face is for other people to look at, not for you to look at. So I never asked that question. Who is Leonard Cohen?
¿Qué aspectos de su vida siguen siendo importantes para usted?
Well, right now, as I sit in front of this theater that I'm going to play at tonight, the thing that is most on my mind is the concert. When I'm on a tour, mostly I think about the concert. Don't have any plans beyond that.
La vida, la mujer, la muerte, ¿siguen estando presentes en Leonard Cohen, en su obra?
I think he left out one. It's taxes.
Háblenos de su obra poética y literaria.
When I was 9 years old, my father died. And I went to his closet, and I took one of his ties, and I cut it open, and I wrote some words, and I put it into the tie, and I buried it in the garden behind the house. That was the first time that I wrote anything. That was the first time that I needed to write anything. It's been like that ever since. Somehow something happens in my life, and I have to write something to meet what has happened to me. It's hard to say what that moment is when we decide to become what we become. Maybe when my father died, if I had decided to climb a mountain, because Montreal is a city on the side of a mountain. If I had decided to walk to the top of the mountain, maybe I would have become an explorer like this man, or a mountain climber. But what happened to me was that I needed to write something down on a piece of paper. So these things are mysterious things that lead us to this moment. You ask someone on a bus where he's going, you know, he can give you the name of a street, but he can't give you the description of his life. So you can ask me what I'm going to do tonight. I say I'm going to try to give a concert, but I can't answer you where I'm really going, because I don't know.
¿Se considera Leonard Cohen un buen actor?
Yeah, that's a good question, huh? It's a good question. How much of an actor is a singer? I don't know. I think that I think that acting is a real craft, a real profession. I can never determine and plan a kind of personality. So I would never be a good actor. But the singer, I get lost in the song.
¿Cómo recuerda Leonard Cohen su regreso a los Estados Unidos en 1966 tras su estancia en la isla griega de Hydra y aquellos primeros contactos con las canciones de artistas como Phil Ochs, Bob Dylan o Joan Baez?
Well, of course, all those people are alive except for Phil Ochs. I remember Phil Ochs very well in the days of the Chelsea Hotel. Phil Ochs, we had a bowl of soup together maybe 2 weeks before he died. He was seized by delusions that he controlled the world. He believed that the director of the CIA took orders from him. In a certain way, he understood that this experiment that we called the 60s had collapsed. And he was so closely identified with the spirit of this age that he was collapsing with it. Even in the midst of this madness, and it was not a very attractive sight to see him because he was sleeping in the streets. His hands were bruised from fighting. His face was torn. He knew that money had taken over the revolution. He knew that there were powers that this movement could not even confront. And he knew that he would not live forever as the hero of the revolution. And and many other more complicated reasons, these things broke him. But this sense of something being lost, I think, something being hopelessly lost, of some glory being lost, pushed him over the edge. But yeah, I remember him very, very fondly. I'm glad we had that bowl of soup. The other people you mentioned, Bob Dylan, Judy Collins, yeah, I bump into them on the road from time to time. A couple of years ago, Dylan and I met after his concert in Paris, and we sat around the table like this and had a shop talk, professional talk about lyrics, exchanged lyrics. It was a very, very pleasant afternoon. Sometimes I bump into Judy Collins on the streets of New York when I'm there.